the path that drugs take when they come into this country. We see immigrants demonized for bringing drugs into America. No. Let's get something absolutely clear. The government is involved in the drug business just as much as any other drug dealer. And the sad truth is that, you know what? They'll incarcerate you and give you football numbers for selling the drugs they say are illegal, but the ones that their quote-unquote FDA approves, that's just legal drug selling. You know, when you need something you feel down, it's just a little Zoloft pill that makes you feel 10 times better. No, it doesn't. It makes you suicidal, motherfucker. They're selling you the wrong drugs. They're just as much of a drug dealer as anybody who's hanging out right now in East New York flipping packs on a corner. The difference is they pretend to be civilized because they're wearing a suit and they got some big fancy corporate name behind them. We're not going to stand for that no more. We refuse to be lied to. Drop that shit, man. Yeah. So we're gonna do as much as we can of it. Yeah. I'm on the border of Bolivia, working for pennies, treated like a slave. The coca fields have to be ready. The spirit of my people is starving, broken and sweaty, dreaming about revolution, looking at my machete. But the workload is too heavy to rise up in arms. And if I ran away, I know they probably murder my moms. So I pray to Jesucristo when I go to the mission. Process the cocaine paste and play my position. When I say Peruvian, yeah, I'll say coke. Peruvian, Peruvian. When we say Peruvian, yeah, I'll say coke. Peruvian, Peruvian, Peruvian. You see what I'm saying? Look about the drugs that are legal and the ones that are illegal. Jesus Christ. What is going on in the richest country in the world?
Sorry about that.
I want to tell people that there is a direct connection. I'm glad this brother is putting this up here. These private prisons are making tons of money, incarcerating individuals for non-violent offenses. This is what this country has come to. Throwing people in prison for 10, 20, 30 years simply for smoking an herb that was found on the grave of King Solomon. Good enough for him? Good enough for me? I think it's interesting, though, that we talk about the funding of these drug profits and these private corporations that are secretly lobbying Congress, lobbying their senators, working behind the backs of the people to try and force these laws that target specific individuals as well. Let's not take the racism out of this issue as well. There is classism, but there is also racism involved. And we need to confront that as a nation because we're better than that as a people. So I want to do this last song and get out of here. My brother, let's go. It's called Caught in the Hustle. I usually don't rock this, but I'm gonna do it for y'all tonight. Turn it down just a tiny bit. Yeah. Got the free album right now. ViperRecords.com, The Martyr. Go get that. Yeah. They say the odds against me are crooked and impossible. Like I was born with a hole in my heart. It's an obstacle. I left to die by the doctors in the children's hospital. But I never lose hope. Success is psychological. The world is volatile and the street is my education. Shaping the nation like the blueprints of a mason. While Shawshank record deals get you raped on occasion. So I'm focused on my economic situation. I'm like the little kids on TV that dig to the trash. I hustle regardless of the way you talk shit and laugh. A lot of niggas drop science, but they don't know the math. Cause they mind is narrower than the righteous path. It's funny how on the block niggas will kill you for cash, but never raise the gun to cry out freedom at last. The Cold War's over, but the world is still getting colder. Atlas walking through the projects with the hood on my shoulders. I would like to raise my children to grow to be soldiers, but then a general would decide when their life would be over. So I work hard until my personality splits like the Black Panthers into the Bloods and the Crips. They said I'd never be shit, but now I sit and reminisce like Yeshua Ben Yosef flipping through Genesis. Ignorance is venomous and it murders a soul, spreading like a virus, running rampant out of control. So if I should ever fall and get caught in a hustle, let them know that I died while I fought in the struggle. From the hood rats to rich kids lost in a bubble, spray painted on the streets and in the subway tunnels. Write it down and remember that we never gave in. The mind of a child is where the revolution begins. So if the solution has never been to look in yourself, how is it that you expect to find it anywhere else? Immortal technique in the streets, back on the hustle. 3 strikes to get you life for stuffing cracks in a duffel. Upstate behind steel gates, attacked in a scuffle. Razor blade stuck on the side of pencils, hacked to your muscle. But the emptiness is what bleeds you to death when it cuts you. And it's the lawyers, not the inmates, scheming to fuck you. Trying to fight the system from inside, eventually corrupts you. That's what you get when you put a corporation above you. And it's the people that love you that seem to hurt you the most. Sometimes when they die, you find yourself cursing a ghost. But you make success, nobody delivers your fate. Sometimes you give and you take. Prehistoric vertebrates crawled out of the lakes. And that's the truth about life. Wanna do it the ghetto in your car rims and your ice. Cause even though we survived through the struggle that made us, we still look at ourselves through the eyes of people that hate us. But I'ma make it regardless of the trumped up charges. Semi-automatic barrages to empty the cartridge. Post-traumatically scar kids that try to be brave. Niggas backstab each other just to try to get paid. Turn cannibal like knights during the crusades. Afraid of responsibility, addicted to greed. Beating a girl, purposefully losing a seed. As if we bound to the destiny we used to receive. So if I should ever fall and get caught in a hustle, let them know that I died while I fought in the struggle. From the hood rats to rich kids lost in a bubble. Spray painted on the streets and in the subway tunnels. Write it down and remember that we never gave in. The mind of a child is where the revolution begins. So if the solution has ever been to look in yourself, how is it that you expect to find it anywhere else? Yeah. Put your peace signs up, ladies and gentlemen. Put your peace signs up. We want this decriminalized right now. We want the people that are spending football numbers behind bars to come home for non-violent offenses. Decriminalize marijuana. I love y'all. I want to give a special shout out to my brother Southpaw. Make some noise for him. He produced all the tracks you heard here tonight. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Please give a huge round of applause for everyone that was on stage before me and everyone that you will see after me. We are united as one in this cause. I love y'all. Immortal technique. Yo, give it a Immortal technique, motherfuckers! And if you never heard of me before, do me a favor, go online and steal all my fucking music. I love you. Yeah!